My name is Lewis Brosker, and I played the character of Max.
I'm Gemma Carlin-Wells, and I played Jade Alexander.
My name is Natasha Wise, and I played Danielle Warren.
My name is Luke Abbott, and I played Charlie Price.
Jason Collins, I played David Price.
I am Becky Louise Rich, and I played Alice Kelly.
I'm Richard Knox, I played Andrew Fields.
I'm Sarah McCourt, and I played Judith Price.
My full name is Jennifer Spreadbury, and my character is called Rebecca or Becky Scott.
My name is Emily Hollyoak, and I played Bethan.
My name is Michael Gartley, better known as Whiskey. I was cinematographer and audio crew for Rewind Life is Strange.
I don't think I had one scene in particular that was my favourite. I think across all of the sets and all of the days filming we had, the rapport between the actors and the crew was just so good, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. I mean, it got stressful sometimes, but I think probably if I had to pick one, any of the scenes where I got to fall over, because I like falling over.
The pillow fight between me and Bethan in episode 4, just for the amount of takes that it took, and the fact that I knocked her sandwich off of her plate in one of them.
Episode 5, where I was reminiscing about the relationship that Max and I have, because she had her friends with her. She was really thinking about how much she really does like Max, and I think the audience can have a good connection with her at that point and do feel sorry for her a bit, but also Max really doesn't know what's going on with him and Danielle, and I really like filming that because I felt that I was really pulling out to the audience, like, help me. You know?
I have to say my favourite scene to film was probably the scene with David Price, Jason Collins, my father, when we met for the first time, because it was such a pivotal moment for the character, because he was talked about a lot but never seen, and when you saw him there was just that confrontation, and I just loved filming that because suddenly I almost discovered the character, and I think the audience did too, so it was good to get to.
Probably the car scene where I do it from the point of view of a dog, and I had to run out in front of a moving vehicle. Not sure if favourite was necessarily the right word to use, but it certainly stuck in my mind the most.
I think the kitchen scene, the argument with Charlie, that was really strong.
I liked filming the one in Max's kitchen where I was talking about the birds out of the window, and I liked the sudden change of being very fairy and then being serious and then being fairy again and kind of leaving. I thought that was quite funny.
I think probably it was the scene where Andy kidnaps Bethan and holds her hostage. I think that was a lot of fun, brandishing a gun in her face.
I most enjoyed filming the scene with Charlie in the kitchen.
I quite liked the drone scene because it was just sass. that's what I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be sassy.
Oh, I know that. Definitely the scene that we filmed. It was the last one that I filmed, wasn't it? It was the one, kind of the ending sort of scene for Bethan and for Max, and well, for me anyway. The kind of broken and emotional one. That was the most fun by a long way. I love any scene that gives me a chance to sort of like plumb the depths of misery, basically. And I really liked playing a broken down Bethan who realised that she just messed everything up. So yeah.
I think my favourite bit post-edit was a scene towards the end of episode 5. We had some problems with the mics, and the audio came out very, very poor on the dialogue. So we were thinking about ways that we could possibly fix it, and Whiskey, the sound dude, did all the sound engineering for us. He suggested we put some music underneath it, and all of a sudden we had this sort of kind of spacey music playing, and we put some reverb on it, and suddenly we transformed this basically unusable dialogue into something that actually really, really works well with the scene. So yeah, I think that was probably my favourite.
The kiss. because that was a really personal moment, because I'm a massive Pricefield shipper, had been pushing for that since I joined the cast in episode 3. It was really lovely watching that in the garage in Torbay, and yeah, you two make a really cute couple.
The Rewind project was something that I'd never worked on before. The kind of storylines I really enjoyed, and not knowing where it was going to go.
Personally, I liked just the whole of episode 5. I just felt the whole falling through time and all of the parallel universes and just rounding up all of the characters and stuff. I felt it was just a nice end to the series.
One of my favourite parts of Rewind was probably the confrontation between Luke Abbott's character Charlie and his father, played by Jason Collins.
Favourite part? The kiss, obviously. It's got to be way up there.
Oh my goodness, where Max and Charlie have a kiss.
I suppose I really liked whenever Max was kind of figuring out how to rewind for the first time, and that was really cool, and kind of his discovery throughout the process of finding that. And I always found the effects were really cool in that, so they were particularly nice moments. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the multiple endings. Watching those at the end was really interesting to see all the different ways it worked out.
I like the source material, the fact that it kept very close to the source material. I really enjoyed the game that it was based on, and I enjoyed the actual outcome of them.
I think, again, probably the endings. I loved the alternate endings. I loved clicking through all of those at the end. I mean, everybody's favourite was the kiss ending, right?
I think my favourite character has probably got to be Alice. Just the way that she's just seems so kooky and off the wall, but there's this sort of underlying thing where there's a slight element of danger about her, and there's a slight thing that you feel like she knows a lot more than she's letting on. And I think she's a really interesting character visually, the way she dresses and the way she acts. So yeah, I think she's probably my favourite.
Andy, because of his lovely Irish accent and his catchphrase, and the fact that he sounds so unnatural when he swears.
My favourite Rewind character is Max, because I love the progress that we see Max go throughout the episodes, and I think that he's a very selfless character, and I love the way that he uses his power throughout the episodes. He learns how to use it, and he really connects with the audience, and when something goes wrong, he really doesn't like it. He really tries to please everyone else and doesn't really think about himself, and I adore Max for that.
It's probably going to have to be Max, simply because I like the way he's always trying to do the right thing, and I find that's a really solid hero figure to have, and it's quite exciting to see him interact with all the other characters, including Charlie Price and myself.
I would have to say Bethan. There was moments in it where, certainly early on, in the first couple of episodes, where she gave me the shivers, and that I thought was quite effective.
The kooky one. Who's the kooky
Alice.
one? Alice. Brilliant. Yeah. She was really, really good. Loved that character. I
liked Jade. I think she was just misunderstood, and things went from bad to worse for her.
I'd probably say Max. Yeah, he's got a big heart, and I think he means well, and it's really cool kind of following him in his journey.
Ooh, Jade, I think, because she was really twisted.
I have to go classic, so Max, main character. They have the most background, they have the most character, so.
Proving.
I think Jade then, in that case. Yeah, partner in crime.
I think for me it was a realisation of the dream I had of creating a real life version of Life is Strange, I always had myself in mind to play the character, and I went through the process of writing the script and casting it, and I think the best thing about playing the character for me was putting my own spin on it, but having still that character that people who played the game would love to see.
I like that she tries to be quite an independent, strong person, but actually you see quite a bit of a vulnerable side, which is nice.
I like the layers of the character. I find he's one of the most exciting characters I've played to date, simply because there's just so much to him. In episodes 1 and 2, he's just a really likeable, charismatic guy that was fun to play. But when you broke the character down and explored all of the fractured side to him, it was suddenly interesting as well as fun. I like how he's really broken, and most of Rewind is Max trying to fix him, but after a while you realise that his character's so great because he's broken, and for me that's the main moral of Rewind. Just because it's broken doesn't mean it's not beautiful.
The scene where I got to deliver the lines that didn't match the body movement, effectively being quite nasty to Max with all the body language of being friendly. That was a real nice scene to deliver.
I haven't played a character like her before, so I quite liked being able to kind of just go a bit weird, have license to be weird, I think, is the best part of Alice.
I really liked his interactions with Max and kind of he's always in trouble and kind of confiding in Max, and that really nice friendship there I really liked.
She was a real downtrodden, caring mum. But I liked the fact that she cared about Charlie as well. That was quite sweet. That's kitchen scene, yeah.
Honestly, it's not too far away from myself. So I just got to turn up and be myself for however long it lasted. So it was fun.
I like being able to play a bit of a baddie because I don't get to do it very often. I liked playing somebody with a bit of an attitude. And the fact that I had quite a range of sort of challenging scenes to do, and that I could give it a bit of sass.
The biggest thing would definitely be the banter. Just the way that, the jokes that we share with each other, the fact that everything's so light-hearted and everybody was so good and so professional and everybody did their job and everybody got on well, and I think I'm really going to miss that.
The banter and the fact that it was like being with a family, so I'm going to miss everyone. Yeah.
The general atmosphere, it was a really good atmosphere on set. Lewis was a good director, very good, and he always made us feel welcome, very organised, and I will miss the fact that it was a lot of fun and the passion that goes into it from Lewis and the rest of the characters, and I really felt a connection with Danielle and trying to make sure I did the best for Danielle. I'll miss
the team. I know I still keep in touch with the team. Me and director Lewis are close, and I always touch base with Jason Collins from time to time, but it's hard knowing that I'm not going to be on set again, I'm not going to be in character again, and even something simple like the blue hair, I'm not going to be on set as Charlie again, and that kind of hurts.
The free food. No, probably the camaraderie, the fact that we're always learning. It was one of the earliest productions for Lewis, so.
You could have just said free food. Free food was a good enough answer.
Mm-hmm. You can add that one in.
Yeah.
Well, that's difficult because that just isn't on. That's not just about Rewind. I just love being on set. I love being with the cast and the crew. So there isn't one part I enjoy when I step on set. That's magical.
Battling with traffic when there was just two of us filming. Just being kind of around friends while making the web series. Really.
I think being at Lewis's house, the main base, that's very cool. Good memories of being there, and it's such a big house as well, and it's a lot of good memories.
Having a laugh with the cast.
Everyone who's on set. everyone who was actually part of the cast was really fun to be with. Especially Richard, he was funny.
I miss the team. I miss the being around all these new people because I hadn't met any of you guys before, really, except for Richard and Becky. But other than that, it was a completely new team. And it was really nice to meet some new filmmakers in the area.
I think in general I enjoyed everything. I mean, there were days where it was a little bit stressful in terms of time was going on. We weren't quite getting the right shots for whatever reason. But I think no, I don't think there's anything I'll miss really. I'm just an optimistic person. Just happy to be involved.
Luke's puns. Just the constant barrage of puns and the fix it and post.
Luke's jokes. Luke trying to be punny.
That's a trickier one. I think the stuff that comes with all acting things. I think no actor likes coming to a set with all of his lines learned, all the character inside, and then because his scenes last and there just isn't time for the end of the day and you end up going home just without acting. And it's not just Rewind, it's any set, but that's one of the harder things of the job for me.
If I'm honest, the lack of creative direction from the director. In his defence, he had a lot on his plate and a lot was left to me, so I had to learn very fast about things that I was not very familiar with, such as cinematography. But in the end, I hope he's happy with it.
On different shoots I've done, I don't like getting cold. I wasn't cold on Rewind.
Hey, all of your scenes were indoors actually. You got quite lucky with that.
So again, can't think of anything that was a negative.
Battling with traffic, when there's just two of you filming. No, I can't think of much that I wouldn't miss, actually.
I don't know. I suppose it's kind of, or maybe going down into that cave for the last kind of episode, into the dark, small spaces maybe. But most of it, all of it, was fun.
Having the microphone leads fitted down my top.
Waiting around. Always going to be a thing with filming. Filming, there's a lot of waiting. But it's because there's so much to do.
Won't miss being in, usually in cold, dark, wet places. That was where a lot of my scenes happened. Or places where we could very clearly hear seagulls. Ruining various takes.
I've always wanted to do some sort of either video or stage version of Jeeves and Wooster. Probably playing Wooster. I think that would probably be my dream role.
Miss Julie, from Miss Julie, just because her monologue is epic and she's really bitchy and I'm really bitchy. And Lady Macbeth, because her monologue is epic and Alex Kingston did a really good performance of it. I want to do that.
Something that Julia Walters would play, or Glenn Close, or something like that kind of... Not the heroine character. I'd like to play not a villain, but a role that I can really get my teeth into. I'm not really sure who.
Yeah, complex.
Yeah, a complex character. Yeah. That'd be good.
I haven't done a villain yet. I want to play a villain.
Foley, spending time in recreating something from the ground up with sound effects.
I would like to be a cowboy. Actually,
probably not a lot of that going on around here.
No, but if you're asking for the dream role, I'd like to do an original spaghetti type western.
A baddie. I used to play baddies quite a lot in theatre when I was in education and training, but no one casts me as a baddie because of my Disney eyes. So I'd like to be a baddie.
Okay.
Dream role. I don't know. People ask me that. I don't know. I know when I see it, I find it. I do like playing bad guys. They're quite fun. But my dream role, I've played it in Shakespeare's Richard II.
I think I'm playing it this year, Othello.
I honestly believe that the role of Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray was written for me. And I also, for a long time, got likened to Elphaba from Wicked. So it'd be more theatre than film, but I do enjoy filming.
It's probably always been and will always be the Doctor. I know that's never going to happen, but yeah, I think so. That was probably the thing that got me most interested in TV, like full stop, to start with. And yeah, so probably still that. Even though I haven't watched Doctor Who for years now, which is kind of sad, but I would watch it if I was in it.
My acting idol is probably Hugh Laurie, especially in terms of his comedy work with a bit of Fry and Laurie, and pretty much everything he does with Stephen Fry. There's just something about his performances that I just really enjoy watching, and I think he's got great comic timing. I think he's got great rapport. I think he knows his strengths. He knows what he does, and I think he's proven, actually, especially in recent years, that he's not just the foppish comedy fool that he used to be in the 80s and 90s. So yeah,
Probably Emma Thompson. Really like Emma Thompson, even when she's an animated cat in Treasure Planet. Just really like Emma Thompson, yeah.
I'd probably say Julie Walters again. I really like the different, for example, when she was in Billy Elliot, that contrasting to when she was in Mamma Mia. The contrast of roles that she can play. And there are lots of different actresses like that, but she's one that pops into my mind. She's great.
I think it's going to have to be Leonardo DiCaprio, just because he's so different and intense in every performance he does, and I would like to get to the level where I'm as committed to the job as he is.
Probably Ben Burt, who is responsible for some of the most iconic sound effects in cinematography. In cinema, sorry.
Well, it was, for an awful long time, Clint Eastwood, which is probably to do with that. But currently, I think probably Christopher Walken is probably my all-time hero.
I love Jennifer Lawrence as a kind of a female actor, and the fact that she's just funny in general. I love her. I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's incredibly talented. He's probably one of my favourites of all time.
Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers is how I got into this. He inspired me as a kid, watching him grow in the Pink Panther movies and Doctor Strangelove, Be There, and all those movies, and how he could change himself and be completely different, but make us all laugh. Yeah.
Mark Rylance, without a doubt. He is just so incredible when he's in a role, the way he acts with his back, and his whole being is absorbed into it.
Might be a weird one, because I enjoy watching character actors more than I enjoy watching pretty faces, but Steve Buscemi, I think he's an amazing actor. He fits every role that he's in, and I don't know, he can fit in any movie. He plays a bad guy in Fargo, and he literally just embodies the character he is in every film he's in, which I really enjoy.
Joss Whedon, without a single doubt, yeah. Absolutely. I think I haven't loved everything that he's made, but I can see the artistry and the passion behind everything that he's made, and most of his series are my favourite TV series to watch. So yeah.
Man can rewind time and saves everyone but saves no one. Ish.
Struggling gay couple try to stop drugs gang using time travel.
The ability to rewind time to save the ones you love.
Good.
Lad discovers power to rewind time, cocks up spectacularly.
Young guy can rewind time, kisses his boyfriend.
That Pretty much sums it up.
There's like this guy who puts his hand up and things happen.
Hand up, time back.
Wow, that is succinct.
My son has a friend who does odd things with his hands.
The only thing I can just think of likening it to Groundhog Day in some way. Do you ever wish that you could make up for your past mistakes?
Photography enthusiast messes up timelines.
Pricefield.
Well, that is vague. Luke. Definitely
No
Luke.
hesitation.
Yeah, no, it's because he has done.
Luke, because it's happened many times.
Luke.
I've got a feeling that everybody's going to be digging on him, but it's got to be Luke.
Oh, Luke Abbott, sorry. I'll just say it.
Everyone said Luke so far.
Oh, I'm sorry, Luke.
I'd probably say Luke, maybe. Yeah, probably.
I think it's the universal consensus is that it's Luke.
I've got to go for Luke.
Luke. Is that what everyone said? Yeah. I'm sorry, Luke.
I think me and Gemma are tied there. I think we're trying really hard to like out cock up each other. That line in itself was a cock up.
Not having seen all the takes, I don't know. I would suggest probably Max.
Probably me. I didn't have hugely important lines, but probably me.
I think that would probably have to be Luke again. Sorry, Luke.
I want to say Luke, but probably me or you. That's Lewis, guys.
Myself, maybe, because I know that we all do it, but I just say myself because I know that I've done it.
I think I'm also guilty for that. There are just moments when, because it's such a serious thing, occasionally I have to admit I needed to break tension, and I usually broke into laughter quite a lot. But it was a relaxed set and it was easy to get back into it, so corpsing was never a problem, hopefully.
I think Lewis, if he got distracted.
I'm guessing I'm going to go back to Alice.
You think?
Yeah, because I think she's brilliant. I think, certainly a character is on the edge. I think potentially maybe she's absolutely fantastic. Corpse, absolutely fantastic. I don't know her.
Fair enough.
That's a really horrible question. I'll no, because I just giggle. I don't corpse. He's just an easy target, isn't it? Sorry, Luke. I'm just going to go for you because it's all in fun. Luke.
I don't know. When I get the giggles, I get the giggles. You know what I mean? I think everyone's kind of the same. It is, if someone kicks off the giggles, then they kind of spread. So probably maybe just as bad as you something.
Myself, I had a bit of a problem remembering Charlie and Max.
Yeah. That's a classic mum
Thinking that
thing
my
to do.
son was called Charlie. Well, this was it. I was so in character. I did the classic mum thing and kept calling my son's friend by, yeah.
Luke.
Gemma. In the scenes that I was in, definitely Gemma.
I think Becky would probably be the character that would probably be most responsible. She's very, very pragmatic and matter of fact. I think she'd probably be the most reliable, I think.
Judith deserves a happy ending. She'd be the most responsible because she's a mum. Right? It's gotta be Judith.
Can I say Max? I think he uses it very, very well. He is worried about it at the start, but I think that he does actually use it very successfully.
In a bizarre twist of events, I would probably have to go with Alice, because she's cuckoo, but she's she knows her stuff. I think there's an intelligence to the character that... Don't judge a book by its cover, essentially. Alice.
Judith. I think Judith would be the most responsible.
Maybe Judith, my wife.
Well, Max tries, doesn't he? I think... Ooh. Let's just give them to Bethan. She'd have a great time. Let's give them to Bethan, that's fine.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if Andy would be responsible for with his powers. Maybe he might be. He might be level-headed, but then he
did kidnap Bethan.
Yeah, that's it. You know, he might do a lot of damage and then rewind again and again and again. So I don't know. Maybe Max's dog.
I'd like Judith to have rewind powers. It'd be interesting to see what she'd do, although I've got a feeling that she's a bit of a parachute mum, so she probably would just keep changing everything so her son would get A grades for everything.
I'd say me. I'd say Becky. Because then I could just spend my time trying to think up the wittiest comebacks to like anything that I was asked.
Max was probably going to be the most responsible one, to be honest. So, yeah, still Max. Well deserved, obviously.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, and I'm really not that bad in real life, as you've hopefully seen from this.
Thank you so much for watching. I've really enjoyed being part of it, and thank you for your support.
Thank you. It's an honour for me to be a part of this, mainly because I'm playing the character Charlie Price, who, because Chloe is such a fan favourite, I was nervous about coming into this project. I wanted to do the character justice, and judging from the fan reaction I have, and that's kind of an honour, so thank you.
Alright, I hope everybody's enjoyed this. It's been a rollercoaster of a ride for myself and everybody else involved, I can imagine. So, again, if you've enjoyed this, thumbs up, like, subscribe, support local productions and the rest of it. And I hope to work on the next thing. You might not see me, but hopefully you'll know I'm there.
I've enjoyed Rewind. I've not watched it enough, clearly, but I certainly enjoyed being part of it. And it was a great cast, crew, and I think we all had a wonderful time making it.
Thanks for watching it, really, and really nice comments. I would always see lots of really excited comments about when the next episode was coming out, and it kind of spurs us all on to keep giving it the best we can, so thanks. Cheers. Awesome.
Thank you very much. It's been great making these episodes, and you've been great following us. We've got a great following, and hopefully maybe we might see you again soon.
It's a great series. Watch it.
Look forward to some great stuff from Lewis, because he's a good director and actor.
Wow, okay. I should point out that I didn't know I could say that.
Yeah, I'm just a really nice person.
You are too nice to your own good.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you continue to watch the series, rewatch it, and share it with your friends.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We actually have... I just can't process in my head about the amount of people out there that are... You know, I've actually sat down and watched the project, because it's quite a lot to watch. You know, I think it's like a runtime of about 2 hours or so. And the feedback we've had from people, and the amount that people have just been getting on board and commenting on stuff and following us has just been so gratifying, because we've all worked so hard on this project, and just for people to enjoy it, that's all we really wanted. So just a massive thank you from all of us, and hopefully in the future we can make something else, and Rewind Season 2, maybe. If Don't Nod make a Season 2 of Life is Strange, then we may well make it. Yeah, you guys are the best.